Good morning, dear students. Myself Manjeet Singh from Education Department, Chandigarh. Today we are going to take the lesson of civics of class 10 and its name is power sharing. Before we start the lesson, it is desirable for us to know the meaning of these two words, that is power and sharing. So first of all, let's take power. Power means government, or in other words, we can say that any institution that has power to run the country. And the second word is sharing. Sharing means to use the powers together. In other words, that when we use powers, it is not used by the one person, rather it is used by the different people. So, the power sharing meaning here is that the power is used by the different people together and not by the one person. In the olden times, there used to be monarchies and kings used to rule. They had absolute powers. There was nobody to stop them. Whatsoever they wished, they used to do that. But today we are living in the democratic world, and in a democratic way, the power is not used by one person, rather it is used by different people or the different organs of the government. You have seen that there are three organs of the government. You know, the first is legislature, second is executive, and the third is judiciary. So you know what is the role of the legislature? Its role is to make the laws, and the role of executive is to implement the laws which have been passed by the legislature, and the role of judiciary is to interpret the laws which have been made by the legislature and implemented by the executive. So these three organs are doing the things collectively, and you know that Parliament is the largest law-making body of the country, and you also know it has two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. And you also know that the people of Lok Sabha are elected by the people of the country. Now, after being the members of the Lok Sabha, and it becomes a legislature. Further, it elects some more members from itself to become the part of executive. So, Lok Sabha elects Prime Minister, other ministers and President of India. And these people forms or constitute the executive of the country. And this executive implements the law. And further, the law which have been passed and implemented, they are interpreted by the judiciary to see whether they are right or wrong. We were discussing the central government of India. Similarly, there are states in India, and there is also followed the same structure. Here is also the government has three organs. Like central government, state governments also have, that is legislature, executive and judiciary. What does this mean? It means there is division of powers. Powers is divided among the different organs of the government, and it is the biggest need of the democracy. If there is not division of powers, there is no democracy. So we have studied what is the meaning of power and sharing and what is the division of power. Now we will study the examples of two countries which have been given in your textbook. One is Belgium and other is Sri Lanka. What happens in these two countries? If we take the example of Belgium, it shared the power and got beneficial. On the other hand, Sri Lanka did not share power and it had to suffer a lot. Now let's discuss Belgium. Belgium is a small country and it is smaller than Haryana of the India, and its population is only almost 1 crore. When we see the map of Europe, we find that Belgium is surrounded by the 4 major countries. In the north, it is surrounded by Netherlands. In the west and southwest, there is France. In the southeast, there is Luxembourg, and in the east, there is Germany. And as you are watching the map of Belgium, it is divided into mainly 2 parts, northern and southern. The northern part of Belgium is called Flemish, and the people who live here speak Dutch. As you know, in the north of the Belgium is Netherlands, and Dutch is also spoken there. And these people constitute 59% of the total population. When we come to the southern part, it is called Wallonia, and here French people live, mean the people who speak French, and they constitute 40% of the total population. When you see the map, you are watching that in the west and in the southwest of the Belgium, France is lying. And when we come to the southern part, it is called Wallonia, and here most of the population speak French. Total 40% of the population. Because when we see in the map of Europe, we see that in the west and in the southwest there is France, and in eastern parts German is spoken by the people and they constitute 1% of the total population. So we have discussed the area, the languages or the populations of the Belgium. Now let's discuss Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is an island country in the southern part of the southernmost state of India. It lies in the Indian Ocean. Now let's have a look at the map of Sri Lanka. In the map, you are watching that in the western part, in the southern part and in the middle part, there are the people who are Sinhalese and they are practicing Buddhism in Sri Lanka, and they constitute 74% of the total population. In other words, they are in majority and they speak Sinhalese language. On the other hand, in the northern and the eastern part of the Sri Lanka, the area which have been marked by red color, these are the people who are native Tamil of Sri Lanka, and they constitute 13% of the total population, and they speak Tamil. There are also black dots in the middle of the map. These black dots represent Indian Tamils, and they constitute 5% of the total population. Now a question will be occurring in your mind. Indian Tamil and in Sri Lanka, how is it possible? So you must have seen or must have read that Britishers had a great empire. They have rules in many countries like India. They also ruled Sri Lanka. Now you know India had a abundance of labor. So whenever there was labor needed to Britishers, and when the labor was needed to work in the rubber and tea plantations of the area which was captured by the Britishers, they used to bring them in those places. Similarly, in the Sri Lanka, they required Indian laborers to work in the rubber and tea plantations. So these people are those people which have been brought by the Britishers in this area. So after shifting from India, they settled in Sri Lanka, and they are residing here from generations. And 7% of the total population of Sri Lanka is Christian, and they speak both Sinhalese and Tamil. Now we have discussed the population, the area of the Belgium and Sri Lanka. Now let's go back to Belgium. We have already studied that in Belgium 59% people are those who speak Dutch, and 40% people are those who speak French, and 1% people are those who speak German. And there is also the capital city Brussels in Belgium. Here is the structure of the population is totally different. Here 80% people are those who speak French, and 20% people are those who speak Dutch. So there was a complicated situation. In 1950 and 1960, there was a tension between these two communities. To get rid this problem, Belgium government amended its constitution 4 times from 1970 to 1993. In the constitutions, many amendments were done and some new provisions were created. Number 1, a central government was formed, and in that government, for example, equal numbers of ministers from both the communities were added in the central government. Though there was only 40% of French speaking people and 59% of Dutch speaking, but still equal representation was given to both the communities. And it was also decided that if a law is passed by one community and other community tries to veto it, then that law will not be come into power. Similarly, there were also states and power was also given to states. But a thing was kept in mind that states were not subordinate to the central government. They are independent and they will make their own rules according to their needs. Similarly, a government was formed in Brussels, the capital city. Here also the equal representation was given to both the communities. Though there were 80% people who speak French in Brussels and 20% people were who speak Dutch, but equal representation was given to both of them. Now there was a question, why didn't the French people oppose this move? The answer is because French people know that they were given equal representation in the central government. So what is the problem if we give the equal representation to the Dutch in the Brussels government? Similarly, community governments were established in Belgium and its main function was to take care of the religious, cultural rights of the people living there, that is German, Dutch or French. So what happened in Brazil after doing all these things? Because Belgium gave equal representation to all the people, so there was no any type of problem. There was rest, there was stability, there was developments in different types of fields. So we can say that when we share the power, it is benefited to all of the people who are living in that particular country, like Belgium. Belgium shared the power and it was benefited from this. Let's now take the example of Sri Lanka. We have studied that in Sri Lanka there are 74% people are those who are Sinhalese and practiced Buddhism in Sri Lanka, and they are in majority. On the other hand, there are 18% who are Tamil, out of which 13% are native Tamil and 5% are Indian Tamil. Now, being in majority, the Sinhalese people started to dominate the situation. We know that Sri Lanka got its freedom in 1948. After some years, Sri Lankan government made or passed a bill in 1956 which gave benefit to the Sinhalese community. In the act, they introduced three new things. Number one, they made the Sinhalese the official language. Second, they gave preference to the Sinhalese in the universities and in the government jobs. And thirdly, they gave and Buddhism was promoted. On the other hand, nothing was given for the Tamil people. Tamil people were deprived of their rights. They were not given anything. Everything was being given to the Sinhalese people. When Tamil people watched this situation, they started revolting. They said something should be given to us also. When they said the Sri Lankan government did not reciprocate and did not give anything to them. So when they were denied to their rights, then these people, Tamil people, started agitating and making their own army and making their own organizations. In the north and in the eastern part of the Sri Lanka, Tamil Ilam organizations were set and they started their activities from there. These people were demanding that Tamil should be made official language and these Tamil people should be given equal representation in universities and government jobs. But the Sri Lankan government did not fulfill their demands. As a result, there was a tension between these two groups and this tension entered into a civil war. Many people of both the communities were killed and Sri Lanka came to a standstill. So, with the example of Belgium and Sri Lanka, we see that when we share power, the country is benefited, but when the power is not shared, like in Sri Lanka, the country had to suffer a lot. We have discussed power sharing. Now we will discuss the four forms of power sharing. And first is power sharing among the different organs of the government. We know that government has three main organs: legislature, executive and judiciary. And we know legislature makes law, executive implements them and judiciary interprets the law which have been passed and implemented by the executive. So these three organs are equal in status. In other words, we can say that this is a horizontal distribution of powers where there is a check and balance to each other. In other words, if something is done wrong by legislature or if any law is passed which is not up to the mark, then judiciary can interpret it and remove it from the system. Second form of the power sharing is power sharing at different levels of government. There is a central government which makes laws for the whole country. Similarly, sometimes the country is divided into many smaller units. Like in India, the country is divided into many states, and these states also makes law for the its state and implement them. And beyond that, there is also a local government in India, like in urban area, municipalities and municipal corporations, and in rural areas like Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti, Jila Parishad works there. And we see that there is a vertical distribution of power. That is, power is coming from upper to lower level, and that is why it is a vertical. In other words, we can say that the power is coming from the upper level to the lower level, and this is called the power sharing at different levels of government. And the third form of power sharing is power sharing among social groups. We know sometimes in a country which is a diverse country, there are many different types of groups, like linguistic group, like religious group, or the group which have been formed from the deprived classes. And it is the duty of the government or the country to take them together so that all these social groups get equal representation in the power sharing. We know in India, SC, scheduled caste, ST, scheduled tribe, and OBC, other backward classes, and women have been given some types of reservation in the Vidhan Sabha and Lok Sabha so that these people can get equal representation and can share the power. And fourth form of power sharing is power sharing among different political parties, pressure groups and movements. We know in India there are many political parties. What happens sometimes no party gets majority. As a result, it seeks the help of other political parties, and with the help of the other parties it gets clear majority. So we see that different political parties also had a role in the power sharing. Similarly, some pressure groups like farmer groups, like industrialist groups, like laborers group, which compels the government to do something for their benefits. As a result, these pressure groups change the policies of the governments, and in this way they also become a part of power sharing. So dear students, we have learned in this lesson what is power sharing, and through the examples of Belgium and Sri Lanka, we also come to know that power sharing is necessary because it brings peace, stability, and there is a development in all the sectors of the economy through the power sharing. If we do not share the power, then it will be disastrous for any country. Similarly, we also learn the different forms of the power sharing. I think you enjoy this lesson. Thank you so much. Let's now move to the question answer. Write the correct answer from the following. In which system is power sharing best possible? Options are monarchy, democracy, autocracy, dictatorship, and answer is democracy. Next question. Which is the nation that offers a good example of power sharing? Options are Belgium, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, China, and answer is yes, Belgium. Question 3. Which statement about the Constitution of India is not correct? Number 1. Prohibits discrimination on the basis of religion. Number 2. A religion is considered a state religion. Number 3. All people have the freedom to follow any religion. Number 4. Gives equal rights to all people in the religious community. And answer is a religion is considered a state religion. Next question. On what basis should discrimination be in Sri Lanka? Number 1. Ethnicity and color. Number 2. Caste. Number 3. Language. Number 4. Character. And answer is language. Next question. Which of the following is not a method of social division? Number 1. Sense of regionalism. Number 2. Government job. Number 3. Language. Number 4. Ethnicity and color. And you know answer is government job. Next question. Which article of the Constitution prohibits discrimination on the basis of religion, caste, descent or place? Article 10, Article 16, Article 15, Article 20? And answer is Article 15. Next question. Which of the following country is not secular? Options are Pakistan, America, India, Nepal. And answer is Pakistan. Next question. In Brussels, 80% people speak which language? Options are Dutch, French, English, German. And answer is yes, French. Next question. How many languages are recognized in our constitution? Options are 21, 18, 22, 19. And answer is 22. Now let's do short question. Question number 1. Which countries touch the border of Belgium? Answer is Netherlands, France, Germany and Luxembourg touch the borders of Belgium. Question 2. Write down one of the main problems in Belgium. Answer. The whole Belgium country had a large number of Dutch speaking people, but Brussels, which is the capital of this country, had a Dutch minority there. Next question. What is majoritarianism? Answer. A group of any community is more prosperous than any other group on the basis of language or ethnicity, and that is why that group tries to dominate the minorities, which is what we call majoritarianism. Next question. When did Sinhala language get official language status in Sri Lanka? Answer is in 1956. Next question. The community government in Belgium offers a good example of which form of power sharing? Answer is in Belgium, community government is a good example of power sharing at various levels. Question number 6. Write 4 forms of power sharing. Answer. There are 4 forms of power sharing through different organs of government, at different levels of government, by different social groups, by different political parties and pressure groups and movements. Next question. How long did the civil war in Sri Lanka last? Answer. Civil war went on from 1993 to 2009. Question next. What situation occurred due to majoritarianism in Sri Lanka? Answer. A situation of separatism arose in Sri Lanka due to it. Next question. Why is power sharing necessary? Answer. To maintain stability in governance and to maintain unity in the country, power sharing is necessary. Next question. On what issues does the community government have the right to decide in Belgium? Answer. Education is the right to decide on issue of language and culture. Now we will do long question answer. Number 1. Why did the feeling of separatism arise in the minds of Sri Lankan Tamils? Or this question can also be asked in this way. How majoritarianism was promoted in Sri Lanka? Answer. Sri Lanka became independent in 1948 due to high population of the Sinhalese community. The people of that community wanted to establish their dominance
in governance, in which they also succeeded. The parties and the government paid attention to the interest of their community and empowered the people of their community. This created a feeling of separatism in the minds of Sri Lankan Tamil, as they felt that the government was insensitive to their language and culture. The government there made many rules, such as Sinhala language was made the official language in 1956. Second, Sinhala language was preferred in universities and government jobs. Number 3, rules were made for the preservation of Buddhism, as people of Sinhalese community belong to Buddhism. It is for this reason that Sri Lankan Tamil began to feel the following effects in Sri Lanka's democratic system, that they were being kept away from political rights. The government and political parties were insensitive to them. They were also being discriminated in universities and government jobs, and as a result, Sri Lanka suffered from civil war. Next question: how is Belgium different from the structure of the country from its capital, Brussels? Answer: the composition of different communities in Belgium is as follows: Dutch speakers 59%, French speakers 40%, German speakers 1%, while in Brussels French speakers 80% and Dutch speakers 80%. In this way, the numbers of Dutch speakers are more in the country of Belgium, and there is more number of French speaking people in the capital, Brussels. This is the reason why the government there gave equal rights to the people of both communities by sharing in power. Otherwise, Belgium could have been divided into two countries and would have to face many problems like Sri Lanka. Question number 3. Mention any 4 benefits through the sharing of power. Answer: following are the benefits in the country through the sharing of power. No any community can establish its dominance. Number 2, the unity of the country is possible only through the sharing of power, and the interest of other minority communities are considered. Number 3, different social communities get share and rights. Number 4, the political system brings stability. Now let's move towards the last question of this text, which is match correctly. In part A, given 1948, 1917 and 1993, 26 November 1949, community government Sinhalese. And in part B, India made constitution. Number 2, Belgium. Number 3, Sri Lanka became independent. Number 4, amendments in the constitution of Belgium. Number 5, Sri Lanka. Now let's match them. 1948, Sri Lanka became independent. 1970 and 1993, amendments in the constitution of Belgium. 26 November 1949, India made constitution. Community government was in Belgium. Sinhalese caste was in Sri Lanka.